Hi, 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 hi. Good day to you. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima, and it's lovely to have you on the broadcast. Yes, happy new week. It's good to have you on the broadcast this beautiful Monday morning. Yes, welcome. Okay, to my panelists, the link will be posted in a minute. Please do also like the broadcast before you click on the link. And a big shout out to everyone on the broadcast already. How you doing? Mommy Diaspora, I greet you this beautiful Monday morning. Thank you for being on here. Osagovo, how are you doing? It's good to have you on here. Johnson, Emmanuel, we have is this not the first time you're coming to the broadcast? Then it's good to have you on here. Good morning to you too, Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you for being here, sir. Osagovo, hi, hi, hi. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Happy New Week to you, Johnson. Johnson is saying Happy New Week to everyone. Yes, so I hope you have a very good one. Thank you very much for that, Johnson. Okay. What's happening, people? Thank you for being here. I hope you have had an amazing week. I know we've got quite a stories on the papers today. Good stories, good stories. And as many people that are excited about the president's visit to Lagos to inaugurate a couple of projects and to kick off the phase two of the Blue Line Rail, the phase two of it. Well, it's quite the activities on here. I think he has landed already. Okay, to those out there that have plans to be out there, do well to check the routes that should be avoided. I mean, you already know. Don't use this fuel that you have suffered to get to go and stay in traffic. Don't just leave the house. Listen to those FMs, the traffic radios. Do well to listen to those ones. Good morning to you, Mr. Brian Maxwell. How you doing? Good morning. Happy New Week to you, Mr. Brian. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. All right, people, please take out time to like this broadcast, share, invite someone else to the broadcast. Yes, please do also like the broadcast. Please, thank you very much. Also, if you are yet to get your PVC, we have 7 more days. No, we have 6 more days. Today's 23rd. Collection of PVC ends on the 29th of January. So do well to talk to someone to go get their PVC. Do also checkmate and be sure that they have gotten their PVC. Also, if you're watching the replay, it's good to have you on here. Of course, you are fondly remembered from the very beginning of the broadcast how you did. I hope you're well. Okay, please take our time to please take our time to like the broadcast. Please take our time to like the broadcast and also do well to support us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. It is equally safe, yes, very safe and secure. Thank you very much. Do well to engage this option as much as possible. And if you are watching right now, if you're following live, please take our time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comments section. Thank you very much. Okay, we would begin shortly. The link has been posted. As my panelists, please do also click on the link and let us have our submission. Please do well to click on the link early so we can have good time for our submission. Thank you and welcome to the broadcast again. Let's move straight to the papers. Our first paper for today is going to be the Daily Trust. On Daily Trust, we have 20th Daily Trust Dialogue, experts to analyze presidential candidates' promises. Flight delays, theft top list as aviation ranks third in FCCPC 2022 complaints. 148 passengers unhurt as Itakpe Warri train derails. High cost hinder consumers' access to electricity meters. Only 38% of 12.6 million registered customers have meters. We were given second-hand meters with accumulated bills. Experts push for free meters and NERC says soon. Diphtheria death toll hits 34. Kano records 100 infections. Blind man leper arrested with Indian M in Osun and Kano state. Dozens flee as bandits raid Niger communities. Buhari commissions $1.5 billion Lekki deep sea ports. Other projects and other projects today. All right. We took the story on the diphtheria that has been rocking Kano State for a while now this year. So far, the numbers were 8 initially when the story broke out, and now we have 34, 35 already, and that's 34 already, and that's a number on there. And this is caused by lack of immunization. That's caused by the lack of immunization. Now we are going to talk about the, I don't know how to say, the, okay, let me say the anyhowness, because this region is said to have the lowest when it comes to education. They've provided everything. The education board, yeah, we've had it in the news sometime last year where they said that they need to do more to see to it that these people actually attend school. And now we're going to be talking about immunization. They also are being forced, well, some of them are being forced to get this immunization. This is lack of immunization. Those that are yet to, or that are not religious in immunization, in immunizing their kids, please take out time. Take out time. There is this spread, and it is highly contagious, and it is just, you know, it's doing a whole lot of harm. Let's not forget that we have, I mean, our health sector is brain drain already. So please let us do the needful and hope that the federal government quickly be able to contain this before it spreads. I mean, Kano is such a huge place, so they need to put a stop. If this flies out, it's a pandemic already. Because man, it's a pandemic already if this flies out. I hope that this is curtailed as soon as possible. All right, let's see what other story that we have here. So we have been wrapped. We have been wrapped by FCCPC 2022 compliance, and of all of these things, we come for flight delays and for theft. Flight delays, I mean, even we know what is happening with the aviation ministry, what's happening with also with the oil fuel and everything, and we know how it has also greatly affected these people at the aviation ministry. Over time, they've had to put out notice that, oh, please, oh, be expectant that you could have flight delay cancellation due to this. And so it's not surprising to see that we touch these numbers. Now let's go to the high cost of electricity. Well, talking about electricity, the high cost, the I don't know why this has made it to the news. I mean, there's a high cost on everything, even when they say that inflation has slightly dropped, albeit slightly. That has not been seen in the economy. Like every other thing in the country, there is a high cost. So this is not a big story. Let's move on. Yes, there is a news. Of dozens fleeing their bandits, fleeing because of bandits in Niger communities. This is, I mean, these people keep getting attacked back to back. This is the same state that the father was killed, Father Achi was killed 2 weeks ago. And now we have this happening. There's just so much chaos happening in Niger, like at other places, but Niger seems to be in the news back to back. Now, when we look at the story of the train derail, that the 148 passengers unhurt as Itakwe Wari are going to Kano. There was a train derail. Now, the story carries that the tick bush admits in the tick bush, and all of that. And one would say these bandits are thriving because of the bush. They have a hideout, they have a spot. And when you look at communities, these are the same people that go into villages to pick people from their homes, from their community. So where person wan go stay, how person wan take leave, what are these people doing? I don't know how. You are there, you are probably drinking water, and your heart is there are palpitations because you are just there, like anything can happen at any time. That people are living in this place, and it is happening here in Nigeria. It's happening right here in Nigeria. It's not happening to Nigerians outside the country. So it's really, really bothersome when we see these things. There are attacks. Well, this train derailment was done by, by what do we call these people now? This train derailment, well, has been done by, see, the government are trying to do these things, and there are people out there that are taking out time to go and undo these things. This is, sometimes it can be theft, sometimes it can be because they have, a hidden agenda, like like for kidnapping. Like this, we was it not just a few weeks ago, or yeah, a few weeks ago we had the Guben train attack, and now we're having another attack. But it looks like this is a failed attack. Looks like this is a field attack. It's even better to know that all 300 passengers has been made it to safety. No kidnapping, no excuse, no nothing. And this gladdens, this is good news to each and every one of us. All right, so we're moving on to another paper. I don't know, but seeing a story here that says a blind man and a leper were arrested with Indian blind man and leper. Ha, now wow, since they happen, no. Let's move on to the punch, please. And on the punch, this is what we have on the punch today. PSC asks federal government to stop 10,000 constables' salaries. Petrol may eat 800 naira per litre on subsidy removal, says marketers. Interest rate hike likely as MPC meets today. Sacked UI female lecturer petitions Senate VC summoned. Banks battle new naira shortage ahead deadline. Lagos FCT states ATMs dispense old notes as January 31st deadline nears. CBN begins currency swap for rural unbanked Nigerians. Stakeholders foresee extension. Customers want CBN to shift ground. And the picture story will be the passenger stranded in forest as Warri Itakbayo train derails. MKO Abiola's wife sues IG, demands 100 billion naira. Diphtheria spreads to Lagos. NCDC monitors Oshun Yobe. Chatham House pilgrimage. Nigerian politicians seek relevance in foreign land. Okay. Now, talking about this diphtheria, it's I hope it doesn't become a pandemic really in the nation. I hope it is curtailed. Schools are on, schools are in motion, and you have schools, children meeting up, all breeds are mixing up. I hope that schools begin to, put in place things like, I don't know, they start asking for immunization card and all of that. I really don't know at this point, but this is not susceptible to just children. So let us all, look out for this. Read up on this story. Read up on the symptoms for this. It has to do with sore throats, coughing. Please do also read up on the symptoms for this and watch out for it. And if you are yet to immunize your child, please do so. Do so. This immunization should be taken as this all shouldn't be a pandemic. I don't know why I keep hoping that doesn't become a pandemic. MKO Abiola's wife. So something happened sometime last year where it is said that she harassed, she brutalized orderly. The video surfaced of her being flogged and bruised with blood on her body and all of that, are saying that that was what she did. But she has come out to say that no, that it was a frame up by the Inspector General of Police. Ah, this one is big. Well, two big people are fighting. Look at the money that they are calling for compare for to sue. All right, she said that it was just a frame up, that she has CCTV cameras everywhere she has CCTV everywhere in her house, and that what happened that day will be played out in court. That it was just a frame up, nothing more but a frame up by the IGP using ex orderlies, to frame her up, and she's not having it. Let's see how the story plays out. And she's saying that that's when that story went out there, that it has brought defamation of character to her, and that she has had to lose, it has cost her. That's what she's saying. It has cost her. So she wants reconciliation from this, and she's suing compensation for this, and she's suing for 100 billion naira. All right, let's see how that goes. Now, talking about the banks, last week we took this story. I don't understand what's in there happening again. Before we were saying, where's Emefiele? Emefiele is now in town, and we are still saying something different. Sometime last week, a rep from the bank, from CBN, the Apex Bank, went to went to other banks like Lagos, Abuja, to some banks, and wanting to know why the new naira was not in dispensation, not in the ATMs, and they were caught, and they said they will be sanctioned going forward. It's a surprising, and they also said that they are refusing to come get the money from the bank, that CBN has been calling out to these banks to come get money from they are refusing to come get the new naira, and they will be sanctioned for doing that. But I don't know how we are waking up on a Monday morning, the following week, and we are here. Banks are now the ones complaining. Ha. So who is going to come to our rescue? CBN is saying banks are refusing to come to collect. Banks are saying that they don't have the money. So when we want to see the money, 31st is just around the corner. And after 31st, if Emefiele is stamping his foot to say that we are not moving this, what is going to become of us? All right, so we'll move on, we'll move on to another story on here. Now, talking about subsidy, we've been clamoring that yes, take off subsidy, take off subsidy. We are languishing, we are doing this, but marketers have come out to say that first of all, let us be clear on one thing: this Dangote refinery that we are clamoring for, Dangote's refinery is not to serve the purpose of Nigeria. The Dangote refinery is going to serve that's a one-man business. It's a private owned company, and that it is just one pipeline that goes to Nigeria. It serves other countries too. It is not our thing. It is somebody's business, and of course he intends to do what he wants to do with the business. And also we should bear in mind that once subsidy goes off, that Nigerians will be buying fuel for as much as 800 naira per liter, and that the government should do well to sensitize us on this, that they should not just take up the subsidy and boom on us like that. So boy, Nigerians, are we ready for this subsidy to be taken off? Those are the big questions that we should begin to ask. But I don't know. But marketers, the other time, Ipman told us that if they take off subsidy, we should look at paying up to 400 naira per liter. And it looks like okay, well, we are buying two something, so 400 naira is not so bad, and that money has tripled. I mean, it has really it has really gone up. So I don't know if we are ready. We know that come June 2023, subsidy will be taken off, and the Minister of Finance, Ahmed Zainab, has said that it will be installed gradually. They'll be increasing the pump price, and so that when they take it, we will not feel the effect. And she also advised she went on to advise the presidential candidate, that she hears that that's something they all have in common, that they clamoring, saying that they would take off subsidy, saying you can't just take off subsidy like that, from take it off, that you have to take it off gradually. And she's saying that join Buhari's administration to work with them this way. They should be taking off, they should take it off in bits, as this administration has done. Okay, Nigerians, are we ready to be buying for 800 naira per liter? All right. Yes, interest rates are likely to rise again. The last time this happened was during the fourth quarter of the year, and that left us at 16.5. I remember, yes, us having that talk on here. Like people who are taking loan, if it will be implemented before or after, all of that. Now, MPC are meeting again, and for every time MPC meets, there is always a hike in interest rates. So definitely, okay, I don't know if to say definitely, but let's see what the papers will say tomorrow or next on interest rates. And now this will be looking at the businessmen, those that take loans from the bank and all of that. This, of course, is going to affect if they are increasing the interest rates. Wow. Okay, my people, that's as much. I guess that's as much as we have. Yes, that's as much as we have on. Yeah, that's as much as we have on here. All right, thank you very much. That's as much as we have on here. Let me say big hello to those on the comment section. Victor Smart, how you doing? Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Adetunde, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Adetunde says good morning. We're enjoying your program. Thank you. It says we are also seeing and hearing that Peter Obi is best to vote for to truly change Nigeria. Yes, I very well believe so. I mean, we can tell. Look at the forerunners. Who else would you rather? Vine Maxwell, it's good to have you on here. Thank you very much for being here. Mr. Irabo, how you doing? I hope you're having a pleasant day at work. Thank you for tuning in. If you're yet to like the broadcast, please take out a minute to like the broadcast. Thank you very much. And do want to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Also, take out time to like the broadcast. Thank you very much. We move on to another paper. Okay, so before we talk on this other paper, that was talking about, you just said something, Adetunde. Let's talk about this thing. I was watching Sunrise Daily, and there's this analyst that came on, and it said something profound. He said that the president who emerges president of Nigeria goes on to show the kind of people that we are. We are saying this one is a thief. We are saying this one is a drug lord. We are saying this one is an honest person. So whoever emerges, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And that is the identity that we get to be tagged for a very long time. That's going to be our new identity. So are we going to add this to our identity, or are we going to add something better to our identity? It is in your hands to choose. Really, I mean, he said it all. He said it right. If everyone plays fair, it really is going to be in our hands. So calling out the good people, or the I don't want stress, I don't have time, and you're a good person, please go and get your PVC. Go out there and get your PVC. Let's not leave the voting for the bad ones. Let's get your PVC and vote the right person. All right, we'll move on to Daily Sun. On Daily Sun, forecasters bites harder as marketers abandon cargoes over new charges. Aftermath of APC media team attacks. PDP fights back, drags Tinubu to Ndlea. EFCC asks anti-graft, anti-drug agency, police, police, okay, DSS, AGF to arrest, prosecute APC candidates. Okay, accuses APC of intimidating government agencies. Nigerians won't be swayed by your deliberate lies, says APC. All right, and here we have redesigned Naira. Banks threat as CBN widens stink operations. Cash swap program kicks off today. Presidential election, Northern governors and I solidly behind Tinubu, says Governor Bello. Dismisses claim he is not supporting APC candidates as laughable. False. Diphtheria deaths hits 34 as Kano registers 100 infections. Edo records 8 deaths in 10 Lassa fever case. 300 passengers stranded as train derails in Kogi forest. Oh, it was going to Kogi, pardon me. Kogi. All right, yeah. Now, look, talking about Governor Yahya Bello, Governor Yahya Bello has come to quench the smoke and the fire that has raised. Allegations went round that Yahya Bello is only acting like he's for APC, but he is working for Atiku. That is just deceiving Tinubu and the likes. Yeah, that's just deceiving Tinubu. But he has come out to refute that claim. He said he is 100% for Tinubu. He's 100% for Tinubu's candidacy, presidency, and that he wanted that position. But since God has given it to since God has given it to Tinubu, that he has thrown all his support on him. Okay, the need for this to be in the paper. I don't know who the point is strongly trying to make, but he has gone ahead to say that himself and a chunk number of northern governors are solidly behind Tinubu. Talking about the redesigned Naira, banks rate as CBN widens stink operation. As I said earlier on, a staff of CBN revealed that they will be going from bank to bank to see the banks that are not dispensed, that their ATMs are not dispensing the new Naira notes. And the ones that are dispensing over the counters, they are not allowed to dispense the new Naira over the counter just yet. It is said that this new Naira should be in circulation via the I think it was after the elections actually. The naira should be dispensed via the ATM. Yes, that's the story on there. Now the cash swap programs kicks off today. Now this is where there are concerns. This cash swap programs, you are ideally supposed to go and take your old naira notes to the bank and get the new naira. But at this point, when you go to the bank, they are still giving you old naira. So how is this swap supposed to work? It looks like the deadline, the timing is not working out. If Governor Emefiele, the CBN governor, has put all of these things in place, so who else, has truncated all of these things from playing out? The deadlines are not meeting up. They're just not matching up at all. People are going to the bank. You go to the bank, you go to your ATM, you want to withdraw, say 30,000 naira, you could have 2,000. I don't even know how they mix the old and the new naira, because they're not. You have a mix of the old naira and the new naira. Sometimes you have more, and it looks like the banks are dispensing dirty, torn, worn out money, and you take it to them and they are saying no. Abeg, who's supposed to collect this money? Who's supposed to collect the money if the banks are not collecting the dirty, and they're the ones giving these people this POS, the ATMs, they're the ones giving the people the money, and they're not collecting it. Well, let's see how this people are actually really crying out. Business people that engage in business that has to day to day cash. People are complaining about this, and I hope that they do just more than talking to the papers. I hope they get into the streets and see what is actually happening, and close that gap. Close that gap that is standing as a problem for us all to move ahead. Marketers are, I will not say are threatening to abandon. I won't say are threatening to abandon their this thing at the cargo, because as it is, the first scarcity, they say the new price does not sit well with them, and they are not going to be making money. They say they are business people. They don't have a reason to hoard products. I mean, they're in business to make profits. They're in business to make money. So why would they have products and keep it? That's not the, there is no product to even start with. NNPC, who is the only importer of this product, do not even have it. So this is where this is the first problem. This is the first problem that they have on here, and they've also further on to say that this you cannot come and tell us that we should sell at 185. How much are we buying? We are buying at this price from you. What is the landing cost? Before we'll take it to all of this depot, we'll take it to all of these centers, the stations, and that they cannot be selling at the price that the government is telling them to sell for. It's of what's using. Instead, they would rather not sell. I mean, of course, do we blame them? We do not blame them at all. Who goes into business for loss? And back to back, they've been complaining that they are not making money. They are not making as they're not making money. They're just servicing, doing this for us. But for how long will they? For how long can they do this? Just for how long can they do this? All right, that's as much as we have on our. I hope I've taken all the stories on here. Okay, I think that's as much as we have on our newspaper review today. Well, we're back to the big story on here. You people heard me reading it out, right? PDP has said that, has dragged Tinubu has said that NDLEA, EFCC, the police, the DSS, they brought the whole authority, everybody that they should arrest, they should probe Tinubu, and all of that. And I'm wondering, is this at this point, at this point, Nigerians, at this point, we don't like peace. Should we not tilt to the party that has been giving us peace and joy? This ones has been infighting. I mean, there's a lot of infighting in our country. There's a lot of insecurity in the country, and in these parties, there are a lot of insecurities too in their parties. I don't know why we would want to associate ourselves with these people that are not even united. Honestly, I don't know why we want to associate ourselves with these people that are not united. All right, thank you very much. I'm going to say this again. If you are yet to get your PVC, we have 6 days left until the close of PVC collection. Please do well to get your PVC. Thank you very much. Brother Nice, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Miss Sima. Are you hearing me?
Yes, Brother Nice, I can hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, happy morning. Happy weekend. Is it week or weekend? I don't know. So, I hope you guys can hear me clearly. So you were talking about. I should continue, Missima. Hello.
Yes, Brother Nice, please.
Yeah. Okay. You said PDP took Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Ndlea and the EFCC. Yeah, they are trying to do the same thing that PDP is doing to APC is trying to do to their own candidate as well. So that is what they want to do. They want to probe APC candidate as well. So yeah, that is their problem. That is not our problem. I think this person, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is going to caution Festus Keyamo for this, because he's going to say Festus Keyamo is the one that is trying to cast everything now, or is going to involve him in all those kind of things. If case not taken, he's going to ask Festus Keyamo to step down. So yeah, Festus Keyamo himself have already said it that.
All
You
right.
want to say something?
Yes, Brother Nice. Talking about this PDP APC, let's even go extensive on this. Please put your mic on mute, Brother Nice. I'll come to you. Let me just take out a line. I mean, this is some serious business. This is our election. So, yes, we should know if they are calling on the road just one person, they are involving if you don't know who EFCC has to be the Economic and Finance Crimes Commission, EFCC, National Drug Law Enforcement, NDLEA, Department, only one person. They are calling out all of these bodies. Okay, we'll be playing a video of let's listen to this video of Dino calling out Tinubu.
Good morning, fellow Nigerians. I salute you once again in the course of our nation's history. My name is Senator Dino Ndlea. I am the spokesperson of the Presidential Campaign Council of the PDP and Director of Public Affairs of the Presidential Campaign Council. This morning, I am making a clarion call on Brigadier General Buba Marwa, the chairman of NDLEA, to please, in the interest of this country, search the residence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to search for cannabis, cocaine, and other narcotic drugs, please, and then conduct a narcotic test on Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because for you to be the president of this country, you must be drug-free, you must be mentally and physically fit. Bola Ahmed is not physically fit, he's not mentally fit, and I want the NDLEA to conduct a drug test on Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also search the premises of all his houses in search of narcotic drugs, because we cannot have an Escobar it will be dangerous for Nigeria to have an Escobar as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This will be followed up with an official petition to NDLEA to search the premises of all the houses of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also conduct a narcotic test on him. And my principal, the presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, is also open to the same treatment. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And he said that we cannot have an Escobar as a president. All right, that's from Dino himself. There's surely something that Dino knows that we do not know. He should just give them the location. There's no need to come and start dancing around. But we will not say this is just politics. People come on and say this is politics. They're just no, Nigerians. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not play ourselves. We all know that these people are calling out themselves. I mean, this is politics, and everybody will do everything that it takes, even if it's turning a friend into an enemy. Dino Malaya, don't drop location, no. Ndlea, EFCC, DSS. What are you people waiting for? For the sake of Nigerians, for the sake of Nigeria, for the sake of as it is right now, I think all ends should be on deck. All of these things should be carried out. I mean, all of these things should be carried out. Let's get your submission. You can click on the link, come in here and talk to us what you think about this call out by Tino Malaye requesting for all of this to be done. I mean, it shouldn't cost anything. It shouldn't cost anything for this test to be done, right? I mean, it shouldn't cost anything for this test to be done. Why would they fear to even run the test? Why don't we even run medical checkup? Why don't we run medicals on these people? Why don't we run medicals? It should be a criteria. There are some companies you want to, join, and it is necessary. Before you come on, let us know your status. Let us know your health condition. All right, you can talk to us on the comment section, or please do also click on the link and join us. But Nice, how do you react to this?
Yeah, thank you again, Missima. Missima, it's like you are still falling in these people's tricks. All this institution now you just called Ndlea, EFCC. Do you think that these people can probe Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Do you believe that? That these people have the balls to go and said they want to test Bola Ahmed Tinubu in that Nigeria? Do you believe that? So is impossible. These people, I told you the last time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all these people, they are above the law. People that single-handedly put a president in power. Then you think that it's just ordinary Ndlea and EFCC will go and ask you for a test. We should all wake up from our slumber. Somebody that bull over enter into his premises, broad daylight. Even as we are talking right now, all the police, all the institutions, all mobile police, all these things that we have, security outfit that we have in Nigeria, all of them have the CCTV, they have the video. They cannot go there and ask him a question. They're talking about it. Yeah, I see some people big past our institution for Nigeria, if you don't know. This, and if we say we should even say it, I did not even, you see this Dino Melaye, he's not even in the place. He does not have the monopoly. He's not even in his place to even say, let them go and do this, let them go and do that. Because him himself is part of the people that have put Nigeria in this same mess. Do you know how much this man allegedly, do you know how much he has embezzled from Nigerian Treasury? This man that is talking. Just go to his house alone. Go and see what he's doing with Nigerian resources. He's wasting Nigerian resources for rubbish. The last time he went to go and buy I even saw a big bike in his house. Toy big bike. It's not a real big bike or toy. He just put it in his living room. Just for show. This man, wristwatch that he's buying, only one wristwatch, is from millions of dollars. He has different collection in his house. This same man that is coming out to talk. Before you will come out, you need to check yourself that you has not touched Nigerian Treasury. You are a very clean person, like that is you have nothing. People have nothing against you. Before you will come out with pride and tell people that this is what people need to go and do. Not that a dirty person, a person that has drawn our economy backward, they have stolen the resources of the masses, is coming out to say they should go and prove somebody. I cannot receive.
Okay.
That kind of.
Brother Nice.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, my dear brother. You actually draw my attention to join in this discussion. Good morning to you, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. And Ima, good morning to you. How are you doing today?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. You see, to add to what my brother was saying, Brother Nice, Because Nigeria is a failed country, anybody can do anything you like and get away with it, especially those on top. You see, Dino Melaye will come out, so now they say, may they call Tinubu, say now, made NDLA come arrest them, EFCC come arrest them. While the same APC still call, may they arrest Atiku because for fraud during the time when he be vice president, in carry government money, for his personal use. I think you see what just the apple. So if I have to support what my brother is saying, we're not going to see results. It's just a normal thing. All of them will get away with it. Can you imagine? Till now, till this moment, the NDLA, EFCC, they are not saying anything about it. We, the Nigerians, have been crying, talking about bullion van for long. The local media have talked about it. The mainstream medias have talked about it. Till now, have you seen EFCC call Bola Ahmed Tinubu for questioning? No. This is what we're talking about all the time, nepotism, favoritism, because the law is designed to affect the commoners, not the top ones. If it's a country, if Nigeria is a country that is working, by now, Tinubu and Atiku supposed to be disqualified. But this cannot happen. Both of them are fighting now. NDLA or whatever they call themselves, EFCC or whatever they call themselves, pretend they don't know what is happening. They are not interested. Information reaching us the other day, allegedly, that a organizer were killed in Lagos. Sentenced to death or to life, I don't know, in Lagos. I don't have much information about that. Just for a minor offense. And a lot of these kind of things are going on in Nigeria, where the commoners will commit an offense, you'll be sentenced immediately. The law will be so fast on you. But what about these people that is taking our commonwealth? Nobody's asking them. You see, the other day, last week, it was APC that came out first, calling for the arrest of Atiku. Atiku PDP went to re-strategize, recuperate, rearrange, reinforced, and came back to fire on APC candidates, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now the fight is, they are reciprocating to themselves, fighting themselves. But meanwhile, we have a lot to talk about tonight, 5 p.m. On this calling for both of them to be arrested, we have more videos, we have more details, we have more articles to talk on. In depth, we're going to analyze that. And two, information also reaching us now that because of the force of Peter Obi, I'm not going to elaborate more on that here, just the preamble. Because of the force of Mr. Peter Obi, APC and PDP, the same APC and PDP that is calling for themselves to be arrested now, they are currently working behind the scene to work together to make sure Peter Obi not win this election. This one will surprise you now, Abi. We will come talk on this evening by 5 p.m. Both of them are working together already. You see all this one they are calling, arrest this one, arrest this one. It's just to deceive the common people. Deceive me, deceive you. Then we now will start to talk, especially the gullible ones, not me, because me, I too know them. I don't feel let to know, say APC and PDP, they are satanic. They are the problem you and I are facing today. They are the cause of divorces in Nigeria. They are the cause of killings. They are the cause of raping. They are the cause of pains. They are the cause of any kind of excruciating situation that we all are facing. APC and PDP are the cause. In case you don't know. So these people fighting themselves now, you go come out and say, hey, may they fight. They are not genuinely fighting. Rather, they are systematically fighting themselves to deceive the gullible Nigerians. Not me. I remove myself again for the second time. My people, it's time to wake up. The only hope right now is Peter Obi. If I want to come, I know the pour water from mouth. Many of us get better life. I dey talk am all the time. How do you know you have a better life? It's not by the amount you have in your account, or you have been rated the richest person on earth. No. When you live in a country where you have security, you have the basic amenities around you. You don't wake up to say, person want come bogo my house, kill me. You know, they drive me, they look your side mirror all the time, say, this red car, don't they drive, follow me for the past 30 minutes. Who be this person? Maybe they send and come. No. It's better make una wake up now. One, if you get papa, mama, where they support APC and PDP, if that papa, mama depend on you financially, not give them money again. I know say una go attack me now. Okay, it's okay. If you get brother, sister, where depend on where they advocate for PDP and APC, should they support them before financially, not support them again? If you get wife for Nigeria, where they advocate for PDP and APC, if it's possible, divorce them, because that wife one day he go leave you when you cannot provide for her. If you get husband where they say na PDP and APC you want, if you get opportunity, leave that husband, because tomorrow, if things not the work well, he go use you for ritualism. If you get girlfriend for Nigeria and you they sing for better Nigeria, your girlfriend they tell you say na Tinubu na go repair Nigeria. Your girlfriend they tell you say na Atiku go repair Nigeria. If you don't leave them, you go get her. It just is a straightforward message. Because the situation we are facing right now, even us that is putting our life out there, we are even more comfortable, but we are advocating every day for a better Nigeria. But then you see a Nigerian that is suffering. She's suffering. He is suffering. They will still come on air insulting you, saying that PDP and APC, now they want. And the painful part of it is that these people, if you go visit them for house, you see the way they are living. Poverty draw map of Nigeria for their house. And they could see, for abroad, me, I don't even know who is poor. I don't know who is rich. Even though they drive Rolls Royce, you park them for your outside, the next Oibona will come meet you, tell you, say, oh, your car. They are not interested. Everybody is comfortable in abroad. Please, my people, now beg with the bego. If you check now, once in a while, don't they choke mouth for Ima show? You know why? Because I know say Ima get our own audience. We get our own audience. So I they call the choke mouth. Make I let him my audience still know, say, this person should they put all our effort, but make I still add my voice, join our own to let you know, say, if we not change down the 25th of February, many of you now go suffer. I not go join. Now, the truth be that I have the choice to say, okay, whoever wanna give the power, now 8 years maximum, I go stay there. Minimum 4 years. Okay, I'm not going to call Nigeria for 8 years. I don't need them. I have the choice. I can do that. I can engage myself in UK, America, Canada, anywhere. I'm fine. In case you don't know, I'm a citizen. Yes, we all are Nigerian citizen, right? Yes, but many of us, where they watch also, we also get that citizenship abroad that we can decide we not they come all of may alone suffer for that complete 8 years. Make una just suffer. If Boko Haram go cut your head, make it cut your head. If you be part of the people where you go vote these people in. If Boko Haram catch you, make they cut your head. Now you know. Because with a fight now, made the cutting of head, make it stop. Una say no, una go come our comment section, they insult us. With a fight, make raping stop. Una say no. Now so una tell like and you are used to it. Just like somebody coming to our platform saying that, oh, killing has been going on for a while. So why are you people shouting? So does it mean if killings have been going on for a while, we should continue to justify it? Like one Henry O from whether in America or Canada, Henry O saying who came here the other day justifying raping and keep killings in those states. Listen, guys, we have to take it serious this time. If now your papa, now they pray, may Nigeria not better, disown your father. It's not only father that can disown you. If now your mama disown him, If they're your brother, your sister, disown them. I've said it over and over. What do you want to be remembered for? That's it. What do you want to be remembered for? Because the die where they run from, you go die. Death is inevitable. You go still die. But before you die, what do you leave behind? Wait till you can't leave behind, where they go think back, say, this man, this woman, when you did this watcher, rather than say where you did this one. Now, so you they pray, make people they suffer, they go. Make people they suffer, they go. My people, I say, I constantly drop my own voice this morning. Now, no say now 7 days a week. Now we take the day here. We made this vow since April last year. Every single day I'm on air. You know me say I don't have other things to do if I wanted to. I want a better Nigeria. People are suffering. People are suffering in Nigeria. Many of them are wearing masks. In case you don't know. Many of them are wearing masks. It's the truth. Anytime I spend for Nigeria, in most cases, I suffer as well. In case you don't know. We all come on air. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. The suffer is affecting everybody. It doesn't matter where you live. See, Cole won't finish us now. Cole, I come out this morning from my house. Just from here to the next building. My hand don't freeze. You think so they happy to decide this Cole, Abi? My hand don't freeze. My people are beg. Now beg we call the beg now. Because I know say these satanic PDP and APC people, they still listen to us now. Ask yourself, why do you want these people back? Why? Now, wow. Ima, back to you. Thank you.
Mr. Naija Watch.
Mr. Naija, you said those things rightly, and I agree with some of the things that you say. As I said earlier on the news I watch on Arise, the analyst that came on said, whoever we emerge that emerges as a president, because we know that this time around it will be the people voting. It just says a lot about our person as Nigerians. So please do well, do well. Let us do well. I really don't know, can't believe people still voting, clamoring for this same government with everything that is happening right now. Let's move on to, yes, really strange. Honestly, as you say, if you have a wife that is, I don't know how me and my husband, you are supporting how. No, I don't how. I really, as you said, I don't know how.
I said it before, Ima. Let me quickly add this here. I said it before that every of my team that we are working together here on Naija Watch, we all are sharing the same ideology. Just imagine.
Let me also say it that it is by choice, not by force.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Thank you.
Mr. Naija Watch.
Yes, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I would like you to be coming in time to time like this. You understand? Even though it's a Miss Ima program.
Ima not agree. Ima they pursue me. They come out anytime I come here. Nana she don't pursue me.
All right. That being said, let's move on to Mr. Ophili. Mr. Ophili, how you doing?
Miss Ima, I never finished my listing now.
You see, man.
This Miss Ima, I say you don't get tricky to this 2003.
Take your love to his broadcast. Go. Mr. Ophili, it's good to have you on the broadcast. How you doing? Please, let's hear from you.
Fine, good morning. Brother Nice, are you jealous? Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Please, please, can anybody hear him?
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Naija Watch, Emma and Brother Nice, and everyone else in the panel. Yeah, just like Naija Watch said.
Excuse you. You will give a shout out to Mr. Naija and Brother Nice, and I am the everyone here.
No, I said Ima. You didn't hear that?
Okay.
I said Ima too. How can I? No, of course, it was your name. I think I mentioned your name first before Naija Watch.
Ophili, in case you don't know, this broadcast now for Ima. You know, say she's very strict.
Okay.
So you greet me, fair greet her more. If not,
okay. Apologies. Just like Naija Watch said, a lot of people are suffering in Nigeria, and we living outside Nigeria, we feel the pain because we know Nigerians are very loving people. I mean, most of my friends are from the north, from everywhere, every part of Nigeria. I have friends. We went to public school together. I didn't go to private school. I went to school when you had boarding schools that everybody came from everywhere in Edo State to study. You know, and we had the best. We I think we had the best of Nigeria, not the Nigeria of Boko Haram and headsmen and unknown gunmen. Imagine, look at the broadcast of I think AY I think AY belongs to at least the 1% of Nigeria when it comes to class, people who have money. You know, he was having an interview with our principal PO, and the electricity went off. Imagine if AY was a medical doctor, a surgeon carrying out an operation. Imagine what somebody would have lost his life that very very moment. So a lot of people, no matter the class in Nigeria, everybody is suffering one way or the other. Just like brother nice, Niger Watch said, um anybody, even this Rolls Royce or any kind of car you want to drive, if you don't even have money to buy, you can hire those cars for the weekend. You can hire a Rolls Royce for the weekend, give your passport, and then return it on Monday.
My brother, let me add to what you are saying. You don't need you don't even need to hire if you don't want to hire. Many of us who are abroad, they drive this Rolls Royce. I know if come here, can they brag. I get good credit, my brother. If I want to go carry any car today, I'll carry them. They go give me. I'll they pay every month. My phone, why they use, my laptop, why they use right now, all of them is on credit. In case you don't know, don't let anybody deceive ourselves. Then we pay monthly. Is that not a good life?
Yeah, I said that's what I'm saying. I say
Yes.
like us in the I'm supporting your
I know you're
motion.
supporting. No, when you were saying that if somebody want to rent, no, I said you can even get better life than even renting. The cargo, you're there, you're outside there. They pay monthly put.
Oh, make we even talk, say, okay, you just want to test the car, you never be sure whether you won't buy them, you won't see how it feels like, if it's comfortable with you.
Exactly. Yes.
You first take it for the weekend and find if you are comfortable with the car. And
Yes.
if it's not so, you take it back to the, like I have a test for this one. Is even, there's a new bicycle called the Cowboy. Is about in Nigerian currency is about 2 million, because I like to ride bicycle in the weekend. You know, say our country here will be in a bicycle be the order of the day. Everybody must get bicycle for house, you know. So I'm going for a test ride for the bicycle on Wednesday. So anything you decide to do in Europe, it's your choice. You know, it's not about having basic amenities like cars, or this thing is not even more. Even when you have more than a car, your neighbors will be having pity on you because of the tax you'll be paying on those cars. So when these people talk about structure, this is where this thing they are doing now is the structure they have, the structure of criminality, the structure of getting into the coffers of Nigerian resources, do whatever they like with it, and then cover themselves, protect themselves with their police and their military. I mean, just 24 years ago, when the military were in power, the dollar was just 80 naira. I think the maximum it got was 80 naira to a dollar. Immediately, these so-called Agbada people came in. The thing went up to 200 after the first 4 years. And even at that, Obasanjo still managed to cancel our debt. That's one respect I have for him. He was able to put a satellite for Nigeria. But since these people came into just 8 years of Buhari, the damage of this present government. I was in one guy's platform called One Man Went to Mo or something, that they are trying to compare this election with the election of 2015, 2011. This election is going to be nothing like Nigeria have ever had before. If it comes to violence, even you will see a pastor ready to become a Fulani headsman just to protect his vote. So everything that these APC and PDP are trying to do in this election they are going to get the biggest surprise of their life. I don't know if anybody saw the rally in southern Kaduna, where Muslims and Christians were together in one house, in one church, and they were able to discuss issues. So these people, when God wants to punish the wicked, he first makes that wicked, he makes them to run mad, just like Nebuchadnezzar, just like these other, just like a few other people in the scriptures. He makes them run mad. So APC and PDP are running mad this time. That's why you see them doing all what they are doing on TV. This disgrace they are bringing upon themselves, and is making them lose base, making them lose votes. And I know this thing is going to, at the end of the day, this thing is going to be all in our favor, and I believe that. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
like I feel like I'm talking to myself. Yeah. So this thing they are doing, let's just, it's even giving us time to focus. It's even giving a PO a chance to focus on his campaign. Nobody is actually doing anything now. So like today now, they are going to be in Casina. So, and see what happened. I never believed what I mean. Everywhere else, where the campaign has been happening, I never believed what I saw in Kano yesterday, because I think when it comes to extremism and this north southern, this thing is very 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 visible in Kano, But see the turnout, see the turnout of the campaign yesterday in Kano. So many people who are predicting or thinking that the biggest surprise is when um, APC will lose Lagos to Obi, and it will be the biggest surprise, or even the entire southwest. But let's just keep our fingers crossed and just ignore. Even if we have an opportunity to put fire in this PDAPC war, let them, because these people that are in APC and PDP, I think for 2015 they were in the same house. Dino, Atiku, what's the name? What's the name of the other guy? Tinubu. They were in the same APC. So if I think Dino will be in a very right position to know if Tinubu is a drug user. So he knows everything he's saying, everything he's accusing Tinubu of. He knows a lot about it. They've been in the same house, and I like the fact that they are exposing, because a lot of people in Lagos don't know about this alpha beta, this thing that Tinubu organized to be siphoning money out of Lagos. So with these very few points I made, I think I want to yield the mic to allow other people to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Opili. Thank you for that submission. Thank you. We have Mr. Tunanja in the house. I'm giving a special shout out to Mr. Pansat. I was going to send a special shout out to you, but it's good to have you on here, sir. Mr. Tunanja, how are you today? Thank you for being on the broadcast. Please, let's hear from you.
Yeah, since listen, Emma and the panelists, the chat and the viewers, I think I need to comment on something that is becoming a problem. What I've been observing, just yesterday I was watching I was on a panel where Omori decided that I'm not going to support P2B anymore, and the reason why is because of some of P2B supporters. I think this thing that we do, and it reminds me of what happened with Trump too. When some people try to make a good argument for Trump, you know what I think about Trump supporters? And it puts me off in the opposite direction. If Peter Obi loses this election, some of Peter Obi supporters may be partly responsible for the reason why. Because they are not measured. I've said it before, 51% support for Peter Obi is 100% vote for Peter Obi. All this more righteous than thou attitude is not going to get us anywhere. We have to be measured. And last time I was here on this show, I made a comment that Peter Obi made, and you were having a go at me as if I just sinned against heaven. This thing they are doing is going to damage the candidate, and Peter Obi is not like that. And I think that is something that we as P2B supporters need to seriously reflect on, including Pansat himself, because he was on that panel that day, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. He needs to reflect on that too.
So, Naja, good morning to you. You'll be talking now for like 3 minutes, and you are not aligning to what we're talking about today. You are bringing what happened in the past. Please focus on the topic today. Thank you.
I was talking about it because it's something of concern. If it's not of concern, then that's fine. Let's talk about
No, you're talking about what happened when you came here the last time. I think we have passed that. Just focus on what is happening today. And one thing you must understand, nobody should blame the obedient how they behave right now. They have been suffering for so long. Anyhow anybody behave, everybody need a change. You cannot control how people behave. People just want things to change. So there's no maturity on this. Everybody want things to change. Anyhow they behave, just let them be. And anybody who decided, I don't want to support Peter Obi anymore because of the way obedience are behave, so be it. Let them get out. We don't care.
Okay, if that is the case, if that is, you see, that's my point. It's because sometimes you have to be more disciplined. If only to buy a little bit is what is going to save this country, are you seriously telling me it's worth the price to just act anyhow towards fellow Nigerians?
No, we are talking about the obedience are acting anyhow. What about the Boko Haram that be killing people, the herdsmen that be killing people? So what have the obedient people done?
For them. We're voting for Peter Obi. We're not voting for herdsmen.
That's what I'm saying. These people are angry. Many of them that you see that are behaving anyhow, like you just said, their mothers have been killed, their fathers have been killed, their relatives have been killed. So let just leave it the way it is. Anybody who come here or who go to another platform to say I stop supporting Peter Obi because of the way the obedient are behaving, let them stick to whatever they believe. Nobody care. Nobody will notice if they left anyway. So please just move on to Nigeria. You are one of us, and I am strongly behind you. But I don't want you to reference to anybody that decided not to be obedient because of the way they are behaving. Leave the obedience alone. Everybody is angry. That's just it.
But the point is they are attacking each other. That is the problem.
No, we shouldn't be attacking each other. I'm on social media most of the time. The places I've seen obedient attacking people is when you talk bad of Peter Obi, they want you to bring proof. That's all. I've not seen anywhere the people you just post something, people start insulting you. No, you want to talk down on Peter Obi, bring proof. If we, and as you know, on this platform, whenever we talk about Tinubu article, we have an article to display to tally with what we are talking about. But other people don't have anything about Peter Obi. They just say Peter Obi cannot do this, or he can do this, or he cannot do. Prove it.
What you are saying is correct. The point I'm making is different from that. Is when Peter Obi supporters start attacking Peter Obi supporters too, because they just said something a little bit out of place. Not against Peter Obi, but sometimes even what Peter Obi said, another Peter Obi supporter will be attacking another Peter Obi supporter. That is something that is concerning.
No, that is what I'm talking about. If you have proof on that, for me, if I'm the moderator on, for example, on my show, I will not allow people to attack you. I don't have problem with that. You know that. I don't have problem with that. But the way some people are saying, I stopped supporting Peter Obi because of obedience. You go hide yourself in your room, my friend. We don't want to hear people like that. All those people that have negative spirit, we don't want them. Everybody's serious now. We can't continue the way we are going right now. That's just the fact. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, about this corruption business, it's really terrible. This in accusation and counter accusations all over the place. And the truth is, I don't think I've ever had Peter, what's his name, Tinubu, say anything about how he's going to fight corruption. Neither have I had articles say anything about that. To the point whereby I fear that if these people, God forbid, they made it into office, they might, as well just do away with EFCC office and they're like, there's no point. Let's just go for it. And because the whole thing is a kind of situation now whereby they don't even represent any sense of credibility in terms of running a state. And somehow, because everybody is not in the same place, some people vote for parties, they don't vote for candidates. These people might they get a lot of votes during the election, and by their standard, by any other country standard, they shouldn't get any kind of vote like that. But This is where we are. These guys are openly corrupt. They are even blaming each other who is more corrupt than the other. They are openly accusing each other of drugs, drug taking and drug trafficking and all that stuff. But yet, this is Nigeria now. This is Nigeria we are, and we are stuck with this this type of candidates. It's an indictment on how we have let things get this bad. Really, we have to aspire for more, because these two candidates, they are really disgraceful in my eyes right now. And the only candidate that seems to be standing, as a matter of fact, the only candidate, even Kwankwaso too has disqualified himself. The only candidate that seems to have any sense of integrity and any sense of purpose is Peter B at this moment. And it just shows you where we are as a nation. And the fact that these other three candidates are even competing, and they might still get a lot of votes in this country, I don't know. And sometimes I try to push people and say, because if you have such terrible candidates, you should be dominating completely by, be in the north, go everywhere, let people see you, because Peter B is a very likable person. He's very credible. He has all the attributes. Even if he has been among the mud, he has managed to keep his name clean. He has managed to keep his empathy there. He has managed to keep his civility in place. Nobody can accuse him of any of those, of not being any of those. And that is something he needs more and more people to see. And I'm happy to be, he's going to the north now. He's talking to them, and he needs to get out there more and more. Let them see him face to face, talk to them, ask them about a question. You know what somebody told me the other this weekend when I was speaking to a northerner? This northerner was telling me there's no way Peter B is going to win in the north and all the rest of it. Then I said, then we started talking about this healthcare problem that our leaders keep going overseas. I asked him, what does he think northern voter? Do they like that thing? He said, no, they hate it. They hate their leaders going to overseas, that they keep saying, why should their own head of state keep going overseas for treatment? Then I said, but if Peter B says he's not going to overseas and going to build hospital here to make sure that our leaders don't travel overseas anymore. He says if Peter B does that, Peter B will connect with the northern voters and he will win the election. That is somebody that is against Peter B saying that. So it tells you that there are ways to connect with northern voters that is not being done. And I think there's no reason. It's a cheap one. It's an easy thing. Just tell them, I'm not going to travel overseas for my medical treatment. I'm going to build a world-class hospital here so that all our leaders don't have to travel overseas. I'm going to invite our Nigerian doctors that are overseas, that have the expertise, to come and treat people here, so that even our teaching hospitals will be learning from this world-class hospital that I'm going to build. As a president, I have the power to do it. I'm going to do it. You'll be surprised how much support he's going to get all over the country. He's going to magnify. Just simple thing like that. Imagine just a hospital and a policy of leaders not traveling overseas will connect you to a lot of voters. And I was surprised that guy, I am shocked, because the moment they go, you're telling me Peter Obi will never win. And then now you're telling me that just by doing something like this, he's going to connect with northern voters. He said yes. So I thought I should share that.
All right. Ima, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Ninja, I'm here.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Ninja. Thank you for putting that on here. Mr. Fansat, good to have you on the broadcast today.
Good to have you. Hello to everybody, my fellow panelists. Our chairman, Mr. Elvis, I thank you for interceding in that case.
Thanks for joining.
Unfortunately, two Nigerians already gotten at a couple of things before you interceded. So let me go ahead and address that very lightly and then go to my main point. Mr. Tinaja, I was on the panel with you when Showore made his case, and we gave a submission, and I invite Mr. Elvis to take a look at what happened. Obviously, Tinaja, you and I have separate approaches, right? It's obvious to us today that we're doing a closing 10 on this election. You have turned into what they call a single issue voter. You are concerned with the military, recruitment of police or the army. When you had a chance to talk to Peter Obi, that is what you are concerned with. Single issue. You want the military. You don't want foreigners, missionaries to come to the country. That's good for you, and that's fine. We've seen your progress here as you were perhaps anti-Obi at a point and you moved up to support Obi, and it's been quite useful to all of us, quite dramatic. Even just doing that alone has been, we've all benefited from that. So I would refer you to 1 Corinthians 3:2. In King James Version, I read it. It says, I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are you able. It's talking about I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Christ. I have fed you with milk and not with meat. So it's talking about Christians, right? The young people who just converted over. For ye are yet carnal. For whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are you not carnal and walk as men? For while one said, I am of Paul, and another, I'm of Apollos, are you not carnal? Who then is Paul and who is Apollos? But you read that and digest it, you're going to see that there was division in early Christendom, and you are just a babe. You became obedient. You have a single issue. Now, with the state of our country today, and Obi aspiring to be the president, and we're all running through Obi. If you think the only difference between Obi and those other candidates is that he's not going to bring in mercenaries, well, that's for you. That's not the only difference I see. Even if you got that wrong, that's a big chasm between Obi and the rest of those candidates. So I would pose the question to you. Now, let's use syllogism in our discussion, because I see you're very important, like I said. I've watched forums where you were there, and thank God you were there, even with that little light, because that place is so dark. Just you saying, wait a minute, Bepito Obi did this, and you just made us proud. And I say, you know what, I used to be very hard on this guy. I'm glad Elvis tried to hold me back. Just with little truth, even the issue you're talking about, a nonsensical issue, it's big. You're a single issue voter. You don't want mercenaries to come into our country. When you have a chance with Obi, that's what you talk about. When you have an issue with Shode, that's what you talk about. The brother gets killed, okay. Chipo girls, $1 to 800 naira. All that's non-issue to you. This drug pusher, old man, well, that's nothing. As far as you get you put away the machineries from coming into Nigeria. You know, Mr. Two Niger, the truth is a very important thing. No matter who I'm talking to, no matter who's going to vote for Obi, I do not give up my Nigerian citizenship and my patriotism because Obi is going to be president. No. So veracity, when you talk about truthfulness, there are all forms of it. You have to be sincere. You have to have some candor. You have to be honest. Truthfulness, veracity. You have to stand on that. The menace of Omorie on this platform is known. It's a known phenomenon what he's doing. Because I am saying that Mr. Showere needs better judgment. A man who cannot win a single local government. At the most, he'll get his precinct only where he voted, where he's from. He can't win any states, and he's beloved by all of us. And he has a right to run for office. But at some point, you make a judgment call. If I continue, am I hurting the actual reason why I'm running for president? And I gave a speech yesterday here I refer you to that speech when I'm talking about Showore with respect, because so many people that I respect, such as Alex, they love Showore. So I was ginger, but I have to tell you the truth. So I know that I've also here and I'll be giving courtesy. I could never come in here and talk about what I need to talk about. I am urging you now to grow up on this. It's not a single issue campaign. Our country is in trouble. Like Mr. Elvis just said to you, trying to avoid us arguing here. And I don't envy his position, but he's capable and he's running this very well. So let me conclude by saying to you, it's not every time that you and I get together. Let me enjoy our brotherhood. Our cause is just. We are not walking on eggshells. If anybody today is still pitting Obi against Showore, by the way, let's talk about that one by itself. If Obi is, let's say this election is between Obi and Showore, Showore is not Obi's pinky toe when it comes to those virtues we're talking about, corruption. No, he's not. Obi is not corrupt. He's made the case everywhere, even in Chatham House. He says, look, I did this, I did this. I was offered this kind of money. I don't want it. I'm here to solve. If you have evidence to the contrary, because all you need is just a modicum of evidence, one little thing, even a he said, she said, and you make a lie out of Obi and he's done. As a matter of fact, he himself said, I would stop running. So then who is Showore to come? Somebody who's accused of a capital offense. He has cases on his head. He shouldn't even be running. He's got capital offense on his head. He's been accused of corruption in Dubai. But do I believe it? No, I don't. Because the difference between Showore is that not only am I trustworthy, I'm trusting. How are you going to be saying that what he said yesterday about Obi? That Obi is like the rest of them, that he's corrupt? What kind of an animal would do something like that? On such an African, we finally have an African qualified to compete against anybody and say, hey, look, this is a pure Democrat and a candidate who's doing it because he has a heart and a character. And you just malign him all over the place because he cannot talk back. He cannot be aggressive because then you're going to say it's an Igbo man. He's trying to be a model for the future, how our kids should be.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much. But I would like to have that debate with you, Niger, any day that you want, of course, with all due respect here. Thank you.
One, I'm a security voter because this is linked to everything else.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We'll move on. If you are just joining us, even following us, and you are yet to like the broadcast, please take out a second to click on the thumbs up. Do also like this broadcast, and please, to the hundreds of people watching, please do well to show some love by clicking on the $ to the right. You could send a super sticker, a super chat, but please do well to support us. Thank you very much. If you are watching the replay, I hope it's a good day going for you. Please take out time to like the broadcast, and also you could support us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. Please do well to engage us. Thank you very much. Mr. Collins, you've been Mr. Charles, you've been very efficient. Thank you very much for your time. Please, let's hear from you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone, from where I am now. I've been listening. In as much as everyone is saying or coming against, the other guy too, Niger, we all know that security is very important in Nigeria today, because without security, no matter how you try, the economy, we are even fighting to make sure that it gets better, nothing will happen. But the way he's going about it, honestly, it looks so suspicious. But that's not what I'm trying to say. There's something I noticed in this, I discovered in this campaign this time. If all Nigerians have noticed it, before, during campaign like this, we used to see our politicians, they'll be going on the street, frying akra, buying things and carrying babies, we all know that this time Obi has changed the narratives. It is no more the same. No one, if we can watch these days, we have never seen any of them going to the market, women carrying their baby, frying akra, frying corn, and eating corn and all those things, riding on the Okada. Those things has changed today. So we all can see that something is happening. It is no more business as usual. And Peter Obi, well, my prayer for him that God should touch the heart of every suffering Nigerian. Because I don't have much to say. This is what I noticed in this election, but I've been paying attention to see if I can see these politicians going on the street, frying akra, and doing what they used to do. I've never seen such in the social media this time. So my prayer for people will be that God will touch the heart of every suffering Nigeria. Every suffering Nigeria, harden their heart so that whatever these politicians will offer to them in order to buy them or in order to lure them or deceive them, God should harden their heart to reject it because the suffering is enough. Enough is enough. Thank you. That's all I want to say.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you for that submission. A big shout out to everyone on the comment section. Orios, hey you guys, say how you doing? They are rough fights. They sweet you. Okay, it's good. Good to have you on here, Mommy D. I'm calling you Mommy D too. Mommy D, thank you for your time. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you very much. Okay, big shout out also Father Evangelist, man of God. Happy New Year to you. It's good to have you on here. Should I say happy start to you? I hope to see more of you, Father Evangelist. Good to have you here. Thank you. NCBDT, Mr. NCBD, how you doing? It's good to have you on here. Also, a big shout out to everyone on the comment section. Awakalu, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. To my amazing panelists, thank you, gentlemen, for being on the broadcast with me. It's a new week, and I send in so much sunshine and light to each and every one of you. Thank you for your submissions. I come back to each and every one of you for your final submission. As we know, the elections is around the corner. It's around the corner. So please let our final submissions be tied to talking to the people they need. At this point, I'm not even sure anybody needs cajoling. I mean, all of us, they see what's in they happen now. If you say you get money, waiting be your money when you have to be going everywhere with bulletproof cars and your safety is still not guaranteed. So this is something that is affecting all of us. I don't see how we have to be talking and begging and cajoling people at this point, but let your submission please be tied to the forthcoming general elections. Thank you very much. Brother Nice, please let's hear from you.
Mr. Nigeria was he has left. I wanted to tell him something now. You see,
he can hear you. You can still direct your comments to him. He's at the backstage. He can hear you.
I wanted just to say that I don't really know the force that is going with Mr. Peter Obi. That man have some kind of grace, you understand? Because I've not seen anything like this in a political space, since we have been seeing politics in Nigeria, where the kind of Peter Obi issue caused a fraction in PDP. That in PDP right now, as we are talking right now, there is a fraction in PDP that is rooting for Peter Obi, as we are talking right now. That's the reason why I told Mr. Nigeria Watch that the last time that there is no way these people can win Peter Obi. It's not going to be possible. No party that is going to defeat Peter Obi in this election. It's very clear. And the coordinator of that fraction was interviewing Arise News the last time, So the man we are trying to pressure him that, do you know that you are betraying your party? The guy said, this is not party's issue right now. We are talking about how we're going to deliver Nigeria from this situation where we find ourselves. That's what the guy was saying. He said, yes, I'm a strong member of PDP, but this time we are going to vote for Peter Obi. We are supporting him, and we are still PDP members. That's what the guy was saying. So I was surprised, So upon all the questions that journalists were throwing to him, trying to force him that You are trying to betray your party. The guy stood his ground. He said no. So he said after this election, after when Peter Obi will become the president, we will return and we will work for our party as PDP members. He said, but now we are standing behind Peter Obi. So that one passed my power when I hear that thing. Even very soon now, you will surprise APC will still do the same thing. There will be fraction in APC that will say they are going to vote Peter Obi as well. So Peter Obi have break the ground. He has changed the political space in Nigeria. So there's nothing this thief will do about it. And even this accusation they are doing right now is even giving them disadvantage, and it's giving Peter Obi advantage as well. So let them continue fighting themselves, this APC and PDP. Who fail more? That's what they are doing right now. So let them continue. And Nigerians, get your PVC, go and vote. Let's change the status quo. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so very much, Brother Nice, and thank you so very much for the evangelist. I say amen to that. All right, I've not seen that video. I'll look out for it. Thanks for mentioning that. Mr. Philly, let's have your final submission on this broadcast. Thank you.
Yeah, let them continue, just like Nice said. Let them continue to run mad. Let them wash their dirty linen. You will hear Tinubu say all the time that some people are fighting in Wuse market. Now we know those that are fighting naked in Wuse market. And it's the same people that have plunged the country into this very situation that it is right now. And I hear people talk about that Obi don't talk about security. I think I heard Naija say it a couple of times, but I was glad when I saw him live when Obi was having an interview and Obi actually answered him. I've been following Obi 2018, and even before then, I was always joking with my friends sometimes that what Nigeria needs now is a good trader. That trader, I was even suggesting a woman trader as a president of Nigeria, because for you to sell and to be a successful trader, you will make sure that your goods are protected. And in doing that, you have customer relation. You will care about what your customers want. So in order for you to make a mark in the market, you have to be friendly, you have to be kind, you have to have a way to get into your customer's mind. And anybody that is underestimating Obi in this election, they have a big surprise coming. And I know at the end of the day, no matter the kind of game they try to play, they made a very big mistake when they introduced the beavers, and that will be their greatest undoing in this election. Thank you.
I believe that Emma is probably having a connection issue. Let's give her maybe 30 seconds. If not, then I'll go on.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, pardon me, I'm having technical issues here. Mr. Philly, thank you for your submission. I'll quickly move on to Mr. Tunanja. Mr. Tunanja, please, let's have your final submission. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. About this thing, I'm not only for defense, I'm also for security, this thing. And the point about security is that because it's linked to everything else. If you want people not to be kidnapped at school, that will stop. If you want Nigerians to be feeling safe to come back home and invest in the country, that would help it. If you want foreign investors to come in, that will help it. If you want stability so that your economy inflation doesn't keep going up and up and up, that will help it. Just name it. Security is at the core of everything. Even businessmen can't function without security. Farmers can't go to farm without security. This is the basis of it's the foundation of every nation. And that is why I go at it. I even go at it even more than transparency. Because I've seen that in many countries, they will get so many things wrong, but the moment they get security right, they've gone up. And that's the thing we never got right. Our forefathers never got it right once. And the continent, the black continent, has not gotten it right till today. And if something is so dearly needed and people are not focusing on it, I really wonder why you guys are surprised that we're having problems. That has to be fixed. I don't know whether anybody has bothered to really look at the world and check. The so-called Switzerland that we like to call peaceful country that doesn't care about anything. Why do you think Switzerland built 300 and something thousand nuclear military bunkers? This you have to understand, that is the foundation of nations. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Do I want to remind you of all the lineups the world to join us every evening, Monday through to Thursday by 5 p.m. for our discussions, and on Fridays we have our debates by 6 p.m. We have newspaper review Monday through to Friday by 10 a.m. Nigerian time. We have a breaking news. I will easily call it a breaking news. Lots of people are stranded at the airport as NACO staffs have gone on strike. Both local and international flights have been distorted. We have people flights coming in, international flights coming in, having to go back because coming in they are getting to know that they can't land because the workers are on strike. The airport is closed, so there's you might want to check with your ticket and do what to follow the travel news just before you leave for the airport. Yes, just before you leave for the airport, so you don't get stranded. A lot of things is going on right there. But Mr. Pansat, please give us something. You're going to be the last speaker for, you're closing the show, so please give us something. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And to Niger, by the way, I agree with your last submission right there. Security is very important. And of course, state security, in a sense, securing the country where you don't have people infiltrating the state. That's important. Security for the citizens is also very important. Where they have food to eat, their rights are not being violated. And all of them come under the umbrella. The state is a rational actor that, however, calculates its interest quite differently from an individual. All right. So I agree with you. And but in all candor, though, the debate we're having right now, where if you have Omoyere, Showore, or anybody come and make a statement that agree and stipulate that 10 is greater than 9, for example. Once somebody says that 10 is greater than 9 and they shut their mouth, there are a lot of things they said in that mathematical derivation. They're also saying that 10 is greater than 1. Tunaja, do you agree with that, by the way? Okay,
yes, it's a logical fact.
It is a logical fact. They don't have to actually say that, but once they say 10 is greater than 9, there's a lot of things they're saying. They're admitting to. 10 is greater than 1. 10 is greater than 2. 10 is greater than 7. 10 is greater than 8. So it's not just inductive reasoning that we have to use. We also have to use deductive reasoning. So if you are in a panel with anybody and they begin to say that Obi is corrupt, and you say to them, why do you say that? And they say, because he was in the PDP. As their only reason. I don't know about you. My response to them is not going to be that we need security. Okay, there's something else to be said. That's why you cannot be a single issue person. Somebody like Omori, I have no problem with him. I've been on a panel with him before. So luckily for me, I came in here. I had no idea you were here. Tunaja, I'm addressing you on this one. So I want to urge you to go all the way because you're ubiquitous on the internet and because you speak very well and you're a patriotic Nigerian, and you want to take this country back, please keep doing what you're doing. I really do appreciate, like I said before, the few times, maybe the last 2 weeks, every time you are on the panel, you are the only light there, and you're able to make solid case for Ruby. Now, let me conclude by saying this. When I'm here and I'm trying to sweep up people who are here to distract us, the reason is that it's not just Obi that's watching this channel. His people are watching us here. There's no way they're gonna have that to come here and have people on a panel talking things that are just not true. We want them to come here. I'm using this opportunity now to renew my call, because Mr. Elvis has worked really, really very hard for them. I know they're very busy. They may not be able to tell one channel from another. This channel has a lot of people watching it, and it's a different panel. This is dedicated for them. They need to come here and make this closing statement in the next 2 weeks, 1 week, or whatever. Come here. We want Nigeria to move forward. We need somebody from that campaign to come and answer some questions for us and to encourage us. So with that, I would yield. And to Nigeria, I really want you to go at it. Don't be afraid. Anybody who doesn't want to be in Obi's campaign, they should leave. This is not Obi's campaign. This is not an official Obi's campaign. So I'm free to say whatever I want. If you're so finicky that I am telling Showore to stop calling Peter Obi corrupt, because he is not corrupt. If there's an election between Obi and Showore today, Obi will beat him hands down, because he has experience and he's better. Showore has no virtue that Obi lacks, not one. So be strong and steadfast and go at it. I support you. Thank you very much.
What virtue does Showore have that I don't even Showore has not even managed a successful business. Showore can't even stand me. I am not a politician, but I know him when he was in Unilag. He can't even stand toe to toe with me. The businesses I have in Nigeria, he has not managed anything. You know, somebody who just want to jump from nothing to become president of Nigeria without nothing that we can assess him with. Even his so-called what's it called, Sahara reporter. How much is it worth? He's just a noisemaker that doesn't have respect for elders and wants to become the president of Nigeria from nowhere.
So I wasn't very happy with him yesterday too, but some people feel very passionately about him. Omoroyi was extremely passionate about Showore. Even if I thought Showore didn't come across as incredible, how can you? He was calling the Nigerian security forces mercenaries, and this same person wants to go and hire mercenaries without considering that the people that he's calling mercenaries, there are children out there that their parents died protecting this country that he's calling mercenaries. And this is a person that wants to go and lead the country. If he was a wise person, he would be backing the military, the police, and everything to make them better. He would be one of the most powerful leaders in the country today if he was doing that. But no, he said he's calling them mercenaries. At the same time, he wants to hire mercenaries. It's like strange in behavior. He doesn't think it's true. Then he goes. When I checked his defense policy, security policy, he basically like a human rights thing. Something that most Nigerians are against. Now he's talking about amnesty. He wants to increase it, give amnesty to Boko Haram fighters and bandits and all those things. This is not how you run a country. We have bigger fishes to fry right now. You're worrying about how the processes work. This is and forgiving bandits and that is not where people are right now. People want to fight this thing back and keep the country safe so that we start building on top of it. Then you can start worrying about, okay, the ones that want to repent, you give them programs and whatever they want to do. But the way he put this in his security policy, he wasn't a serious candidate. The guy is not a serious person. He's not even coherent.
All right. All right, that being said, that's as much as we'll take on our newspaper review today. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been a wonderful broadcast, and a special shout out to all three of you remaining with me. Mr. Philly, let's do this again. Mr. Tunanja, let's do this again. Mr. Pansat, apologies for the last time. Let's do this again. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you to those on the comment section. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for being here. Keep a date with me tomorrow. Do also like this broadcast just before you exit. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless your week. Bye-bye.